Good morning, you guys. I have not been vlogging because it's been raining, and I did want, what is that? I don't know what that is. I did want to go Dollar Tree shopping today and all that, but it's just so wet and cold. Let's go get some coffee. Hey, the bougie. Okay, so Vons is an expensive grocery store, but Aldi's, the eggs in Aldi's are expensive, and they're the white eggs, not the brown eggs. I prefer brownies. Oh, look how pretty. Anyway, you always have to come and look at their floral part here in Vons. Look at that beautiful. Every time that door opens, a fan turns on. They have all their stuffed animals, balloons, vases. Those are pretty down there. Love lives here. That's pretty. Those are pretty. Gorgeous. Okay. Alright. There's Mom. There's some other Valentines. Oh, look at the balloons. There's more flowers back there. No, go straight to the back.
Maybe you think it's on this side?
Couldn't find the frozen potato. Oh, here we go, Mom. Something I noticed new here is that they put these on all the doors. Prices are so expensive. Heavy whipping cream, $8, $29 for the brown eggs. Oh my gosh. Prices, let me show you. $8.99, $7.49, but that's the cheapest, but they're all gone. $7.99 for the white eggs, $6.49, $8.49 for those. Wow. We're getting at Vons, eggs and potatoes. So that was yesterday. Good morning again. I always tend to film in the morning. Oh, there's people out there. Anyway, that was yesterday. Eggs are ridiculous. I'm here in California, and I usually like to get the pack of 5 dozen eggs because we eat eggs a lot at home. Sometimes, and I had been thinking, you know, with the price of meat and all that, all the grocery stuff going up, I was thinking we'll just get our protein through the eggs. But now there's supposedly a shortage on eggs, and whatever eggs that are available are extremely expensive. You guys, I just washed up today. I'll look atrocious. Who cares, right? I did brush my hair. I'm really frustrated about grocery prices here in California, it's getting really hard to figure it out. I got to figure it out. I'm trying not to shake the phone. I forgot to bring my little tripod thingy. And I'm still drinking my coffee, you guys. But I'm trying to figure things out to keep things affordable and keep food in the house. Not only for us, but for the fur babies too. Everything is just like, I know I'm just like gonna be like a little wow thing, but everything is expensive and I'm feeling it. And I'm sure if I'm feeling it, you're feeling it too. Is this phone backwards? I think it's backwards. Oh well, I'll fix it. I'll fix it in the editing. But yeah, that was yesterday. We went out egg shopping. I'm gonna go to Winco today. What happened is I had chose to go to Aldi. Aldi is closer to my house, and Aldi is notorious for being the less expensive store. It was notorious. The prices have raised in Aldi's as well. Now, I normally don't like to get the eggs there. I remember I used to get like a dozen eggs for $1. I think that was like $1.12 or something like that. I know in the store I said, oh, they were under $1. No, they were $1.12. And stay tuned for that because I have the Aldi shop with me. And I think that's where I said that, you know, oh, the eggs were under $1. No, they were $1.12 or $1.17, something like that. My memory's not that great. Anyway, they're the regular white eggs. They say that they're cage free. Who knows, right? Who knows? And I prefer the brown eggs. Once I started buying the brown eggs, I know they were always just a little bit more, you know, a few pennies more for those. But once I started eating those, I preferred them. You can taste the difference. You can see the difference. They're just so much better. I know this is going to be like, this whole video is going to be about eggs. Because last night I was like brainstorming and I was thinking, if the eggs are that expensive, we're going to have to do without eggs. And I don't like those. I know you could buy those containers of fake eggs, and I don't like that stuff. I tried that in the past when I was doing my keto, and I wound up trying it, and then I threw the whole container away because it was just gross to me. I just prefer eggs. Anyway, oh yeah, and those burritos, yesterday I made breakfast burritos. Those were so delicious. We didn't have potatoes, but I happened to have that bag of frozen potatoes in the freezer, and that bag had like peppers and sausage. Peppers and sausage. I don't know what else, but I had already like chopped bacon, so I added bacon to it and cheese and eggs, and I made a breakfast burritos for everybody in the house, and they were delish, especially with some salsa. But anyway, you know, that's the thing with eggs for me is easy, because if I don't feel like, or if I can't afford to buy a slab of meat or whatever, yes, I'm carnivorous, I love my protein, I'll make me some omelets for dinner, or I'll make me a fried egg and avocado toast. And you know, it's just, so last night I said, a minute ago, last night I was brainstorming, I was thinking, I'm gonna get me some chickens. I'm gonna get my own eggs, my own backyard eggs. I live in an animal zone neighborhood where some of my neighbors have like an acre lot in the back of the neighborhood, and they have horses, and I guess they can have whatever kind of animals they want, but I know I've seen horses in horse trailers back there. And I haven't heard any roosters in the neighborhood. I'm sure a rooster, I'm not even going there with a rooster, because where I live, it's like regular neighbors. You know, we're just too close to each other, and I'm sure they're all gonna have a cow if I bring a rooster in the backyard. But I was Googling, do chickens need a rooster to lay eggs? And they're like, according to Google, it says no, chickens will lay eggs without a rooster. They just won't be viable to hatch and make more chickens, which is fine with me as long as I get some eggs, right? Instead of paying $29 for my pack of eggs, which, by the way, I did not pay $29 yesterday for those eggs. I got an 18 pack and I paid like 10 bucks for that. I think it was 10, 11, something like that. Vaughn's is it's a very expensive store anyway. So anyway, my plan is today to go to Winco and get me some brown eggs. I'm gonna see how much their 5 dozen eggs cost. I know the last couple times I've been to Costco, the eggs, the 18 pack of the brown eggs over there, prior to my discovery of how much I love brown eggs, I used to get the 5 dozen pack at Costco of the white eggs. And anyway, now I noticed the last 2 times I was at Costco, they don't have brown eggs, they just have the white eggs. There's a car right there. So that, you guys, is my egg rant. I was gonna say my huevos rant. Huevos, eggs. Huevos are eggs in Spanish, aka huevos, eggs. That's my rant today. I was on one yesterday about the eggs, and I guess it's continuing over in today. I don't know what this economy is crazy, and I've been hearing it's going to get bad. It's going to get bad. I think it's going to get bad has arrived because it feels bad. I can't get my usual brown eggs. And I did Google in my town if we're allowed to have chickens in the backyard. According to Google, anybody can have chickens. It's only, they can only have a certain amount. I don't know if I can't remember if it's at 8 or 12 chickens and they have to be so far away from your neighbors, blah, 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 right? I'm thinking, well, if I get chickens, I remember way back in the day. Now I should really save for a story time, but when my boys were still in high school, I moved out to this tiny little 103-year-old house way out in the outskirts of town, just so that I could take my boys to this certain school, because the schools here in this town are horrible. The high schools. My oldest son got jumped on the school grounds, almost murdered at school. I know, like I said, this is a whole, it's a whole different story time. But anyway, I moved way out there so that I can send my boys to a specific school, which, by the way, now is one of the worst schools again here in town. This town is horrible. I have a grandson in high school right now, and another one about to approach high school. I wish I could afford to send him to a private Christian school or something like that. Anyway, boy, I could just veer off. But I had chickens out there. I remember it was out. We had one neighbor. We were out in the middle of nowhere. And at first I was not liking it. And then afterwards, it started growing on me. I liked the privacy. We got rabbits and we got chickens and roosters. A rooster became my pet. I named him Mr. Rooster. I used to, my younger son, the school bus would pick up my younger son in the front, and I would stay out there and watch him get on the bus. And Mr. Rooster would, and then I would have my coffee with me, and I would sit on the porch and drink my coffee by myself once all the boys were off to school. And Mr. Rooster would sit with me. He was like a puppy. One of the boys' dogs killed Mr. Rooster eventually. It just broke my heart. she just had a thing, the dog, about breaking the necks and just leaving them lying there. And Mr. Rooster would get out of its safety thing where I had them. But anyway, yeah, I can't have a rooster again, but chickens. And I know that chickens are delicate, especially if you get them as littles. I'm gonna dive deep more into this to make sure it's safe to have them in my neighborhood, and then figure out how to make it safe. Because Butchie is a backyard dog, and I am feeding some feral cats, which I've bonded with already. When we were having the massive rainstorm, one of the cats didn't come around the house for a couple days, and I was freaking out. She's back. She's back. They don't get close to me still, but you know one thing I've been noticing now? I have a patio door from my bedroom, and they tend to sit out there at nighttime around my door, and they cry like they want me to let them in. Of course, I can't let them in because Rosie would have a fit. You guys, I'm going to call this video here. Let's call this egg video and end it here. The egg saga will continue. Please tell me down below. Please tell me down below what your experience is, where you live, what state, what city, and if you noticed any kind of grocery price changes, especially the extreme ones, and the eggs. What are your egg prices and the availability of the eggs in your area? I'm just really curious. And if you know, also, if you have any knowledge of being able to have chickens, hens in a residential backyard, especially if you're local, because I know I have a couple of friends, viewers who became my friends that are local. If you guys know anything about being able to have hens. I know it was a thing on the news a while back. I really don't watch the news. Oh, gotta go. Love you guys. I gotta go now. I gotta call this, and I will see you on the next one. I'm curious to hear about your egg saga.